corporate photography. So we have more than 10 years in the market. So four main areas of photography that we provide: corporate photography, which takes up more than 60% of our photography services. Portrait photography, around 30%, and event another 10%. So for wedding photography, is a separate market by itself, so I will come to that in a short while. Okay, our company mission is to assist all business to create unique content for their marketing collaterals, and our company vision is to be a total one-stop solution for all your photography needs. So below there is my team, and I have two wonderful colleagues here with me today.
Wow!
We are a small team, but we are closely committed to one another. So we have won several accolades over the past few years. So some categories like lead portraits, off-camera flash, engagement portraits, emotion category, full frame category, etc. So this, what you are seeing here, is our previous studio. We just shifted to another studio at North Canal Road. This will be our previous studio at Sportywood Park. So just to show you how our studio looks like. This is a 3-story studio shop house that we have. So some of the places that you are, right? Okay, this is not the latest one. Okay, never mind. So Fortis Healthcare came to us one fine day. They say that, hey, we just have a big hospital here. We invested over 100 million in the new hospital, but we do not have anything to market our services. So what we do is we create their entire branding for their photography services here. So we came up with many of their corporate photography services. So these are all the photos that we have created for them. And then we not only do healthcare industry, we also cover architecture industry as well. So these are some of the overseas assignments for Iskandar region, the up-and-coming region in Malaysia. So we covered most of their villas for the photographies there. So this we shot for ST Telecommunication also. Orchid Country Clubs, they are our clients. All their collaterals are done by us. These are portrait photography for senior management. So we have shot for a lot of senior management, a lot of directors, Fuji Xerox, SAP, just to name a few. And this is another one for another client of us. Okay, this is food photography. We all love food, don't we? So food photography, we make food look good basically. Yeah. So you see the food looks more advertising. So this is why you need a food photographer sometimes, because you see the way we do it and the way... Right? Okay, let's move on. Okay, as I mentioned, we do event photography as well. So for event photography, we cover many high-level events like those of the more demanding events like press release for the next day. I'm sure some of you have heard of Blackstone Financial Planning Institute. So they're one of the more premium events that we covered last year. So events that we covered normally will have ministers as guests of honors. I did for the press release for the PR publication side. Alright, so we have some clients, many different kind of clients. So we don't choose our clients actually. So alright, so the next thing I want to touch on is wedding photography. You see my shirt here? This brand, Avial Pictures. Yeah, this is our wedding photography brand. It's under us. So we provide non-traditional and dynamic wedding photography. So this is a brand where we actually won many awards under this brand here. So it's one of the more established brands in Singapore in terms of wedding photography. So these are the kind of photos that we do. Very out of the box. We don't do pictures like smile at the camera, those very stagnant shots, you know. So most of the shots that we do, they have the couple's personality. And this is another like shot that we were talking about. It's not as romantic as you think it is. After 5 days, 4 nights in the cold, it's quite crazy actually. So it's not as romantic or as glamorous as it seems to be. So this is Disneyland. We've shot in Disneyland and all your many other things, all the laughter, all the moments. But what happens left is your wedding photos. You want something that you can treasure at the end of the day, right? So that is why you should invest in a good wedding photographer. Oh, fantastic. Okay, yeah, true moments. So these are also so true moments. You know, like when the bride leaves the house, very touching and emotional moments. So these are what we are what we do for actual day wedding photography. I hope the rest can see. This is a very touching moment. The grandfather actually passed away the night of the banquet after the tea ceremony. So Indians, we cover multi-racial wedding as well. Indian wedding, Malay weddings, we cover that. So gate crash, you know the traditional Chinese gate crash. For this instance, the gate really crashed out. Really came up. Yeah, so these are all touching moments during weddings. Tossing of bouquet. This was in Shenzhen, one of my first few overseas assignments. This was in Perth. This was in Malaysia. At some waterfall, so we just. This was in Vietnam. Some caves in Vietnam. Halong Bay also in Vietnam. So as you can see, the style of photography that we have is totally very fresh and spontaneous and like engaging. It's not like those like smile then. I think it's more Fuji. We shot in Japan before. Yeah. So that's why I said I shot in all continents except Africa. So I hope to achieve that one fine day. Okay, we've been featured in multiple publications like Singapore Calendar, World Magazine, Style Weddings, and etc. So being featured there is not an easy feat because they select their people to be featured. It's not that oh, I have this $3,000 I can pay them to publish me there. No, they actually have a very stringent selection. So we are honored to be featured there several times. Okay, so this is where I will come to for the CNY market. So when you visit your friends and relatives during your Chinese New Year, if you see any couples who is between 21 to 35 years old, belongs to the middle income group, we are not expensive, don't worry. To the middle income group, people who appreciate creative and good photography, they have a budget of around 3,000 and above for wedding photography, and couples who have future plans like buying a house. These are the people that you can help me look out for to refer to me, because I think they will appreciate our kind of photography, especially my generation. Okay, so what makes us different from a lot of other bridal studios out there? So for us, you know what you are getting. We have a proven track record of strong photography that our clients have been referring a lot of people to us. So at the end of the day, they know what they are paying for. There's no hidden cost in our services. We don't tell them that, hey, you do this extra, then I charge you extra $100. So we don't do that. We honor our words. Whatever we say, this X amount of dollars is this X amount of dollars. There's no hidden cost. So we customize our photography to suit the couples totally. So if you have a special place somewhere in your mind, you let me know. I will not say no to your place. I will say yes. Even if it's your home kitchen, I will say yes. Yeah. So we have quality assurance. That's the most important part for your wedding photos, because you want something that you remember for the rest of your life. So okay, so what we do not want. We do not want clients with the mindset of taking photos only, so easy, just click, take photos only. Actually, no, not so simple. Taking a good picture really spend a lot of effort and time. So we also do not want clients who do not trust professionals. So when you hire, when you go to a doctor, you don't tell the doctor how to cure you, right? You just say, hey doctor, I headache, so you give me what medicine, right? No, right? You need the doctor to prescribe the medicine. So the same thing goes for us. So we want clients to trust us. Okay, so these are some of the collaborations. We are open to collaborations with other photographers, florists, bridal gown people, car renters, hotels, banquet managers, and business owners that want unique content. Okay, so let me end off with this. A photographer is invited by a famous chef. So this chef, when he sees the photographer, very happy. Let's say, hey, I saw your photos, they are very, very nice. So you must have a very expensive and good camera. But the photographer never said anything. He just went in and enjoyed his dinner. After the dinner, the photographer shared with the client, hey, your food is very, very sensational. Very nice flavors, a true work of art. You must have a very great stove. But that's not the case, right? Because you all know that the chef is the most important part for the cooking part, right? So the same goes for photography. we believe that the people is the most important and not the equipment. Equipment is important, but we focus more on the people part of it, which is why we have a very stringent training system for our own photographers when it comes to work. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Trevor. If you have time, alright, members, please do